Hi girls, I'm so excited that you all decided to participate in the Winners Club. It was just so nice to hear from 10 of you that you would like to be a part of this from now until June 30th. I'm just so happy that it will be a help for you, and that even just the goals that I've gotten back from you have been just so refreshing, and I cannot wait to help you along the way to make those happen. So today is going to be our first education tape. I hope it's helpful to you. I did take a lot of notes too on the feedback I did get on the things that you guys would like to learn about. So I will be getting to all of those, and please feel free to send me any questions or feedback or requests about information as well. And I'm here to individually work with you as well. So sometimes in these videos I might have to be a little bit more generalized, but then you can always pick up the phone and talk to me, and we can work through individual little things that are going on with you. So today what I just wanted to start off with was the goals that you guys had mentioned to me, and I just wanted to share some of those so you guys can all kind of support one another and be excited for one another. I'm not going to say who they were from, but just some of the goals that I got here. Where did I write it down on? 1 second. Were to have $400 wholesale order, which, by the way, I think should be a goal for each and every one of you. It might not be the thing that you're specifically thinking about, but sometimes, like we had talked about the last time, when you come up with one goal, that tends to flow out into other things that you might have wanted, but we want you to focus on one thing so you're not overwhelmed, but it doesn't mean that other great things aren't going to come out of that goal for you. So, for example, if you had a goal to see a certain amount of faces, you're probably going to get some sort of repercussion, which is good, of the amount of wholesale orders you're going to be put in, or the amount of money that you're going to get, even though you're maybe just thinking about how many faces you want to see. So anyways, with that 400 wholesale order, I did want to talk about that a little bit. In the month of June this month, if you place any $400 wholesale order at one time, it has to be all at once, it can't be accumulated throughout the month, Mary Kay is going to send you their 50th anniversary necklace, which I think everybody should have. It's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. It should be on one of the tabs when you sign into your Mary Kay in Touch account. You probably have all had it emailed to you too from the company. So with things as special as that they're only going to do one time and to have as a memory, I really urge you all to really work towards having that. Another goal that I have gotten is $500 in sales, 2 new recruits, working towards your red jacket, holding one party this month, and meeting with strangers, talking to strangers and getting the courage to meet new people. And I am just so excited about each and every one of these, and I really hope that I can help you work through some of that. So the next thing is, I had some of you who were also a little confused about what your goal should be, and I believe that we should pull that back to what your dream is, because remember again, like I said before, Mary Kay is the tool to make other things happen in your life. So, for example, with a goal of having $500 in sales, what is that going to contribute to the dream you have? So if you have a dream right now to pay off your debt, let's take that huge vision of maybe it's a lot of money and it's really overwhelming, and break it down to, if I can pay extra on my credit card this month, that's going to really help me to break down my debt. So if my goal this month is to have $500 in sales, I'm going to walk away with $250 in profit, and now I get to pay that extra to my credit card this month. So kind of take things like that and break it down to how it's really helping you, so it's extra motivating. But I would really recommend that if you do have like a huge goal like that, like for example me, I would like to buy my own house. Well, that's not going to happen this month, but what can I do specifically this month to start adding to that goal? Well, I can start to save money, right? Well, how am I going to start to make more money this month to be able to do that? And so we just need to break that down. So if you're a little bit confused on that, work with me personally, and we'll come up with even a more detailed plan to each week, to each month, to, you know, in a year, what needs to happen for you to be able to reach that ultimate goal and all the little dreams in between it. Starting with that, I think that if, you know, your goal this month is to have 2 new team members or to be in your red jacket, we really need to start having a constant visualization of that. So I recommend, and I did this when, and I still do it, when I have a goal that I need to make. So for example, when I wanted to be in my red jacket, I had pictures of the red jacket with my face in it, on a wall where my vision board was, maybe in my car, maybe on my computer. If it's a certain amount of sales, maybe put a picture of the credit card and the payment that you're gonna make and just write it in with a pen. Is that your goal? With maybe a big $500 bill next to it that's printed out. If you want to have 2 new team members, maybe you should write down all the list of people that you want to do an interview with, and then put a little vision board of what it's going to be like to have your senior consultant enhancer on your Mary Kay pin. So something that's going to really remind you, and when you wake up every day and you look at it, you're going to go, that's what I have to accomplish this month. Because as silly as it may seem, I truly believe what you think about, you bring about. So every time I have made a vision board and I've been really focused on breaking down the activity to make that happen, all the things have come true on my vision board. Some of you joke around, my last vision board was to create what my apartment would look like with the money that I was making from Mary Kay, and now you've walked into my apartment and seen that it looks exactly like what I was doing on the vision board. So print that out. If you're going to dedicate yourself to doing this challenge with me, being a part of this club till the end of the month, then I really urge you, even if you think some things are silly or small, to just, what's the harm in just doing it and printing it out and seeing if it works? Because for a long time I was really stubborn and was like, oh, I don't need to do that, I know it's in my head. But it really made a true difference and a totally different commitment when it's on paper, when I wrote it down, when I told somebody, when it was where I could see every day, where my family could see it. It really does change it. So if you're truly committed and you really want this thing to happen that you've told me, let's do it the right way from the beginning and be committed to it 100%. So some of you guys had questions of where to find people, and I really think it's about bringing it down back to the basics. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on where to find people today because I'm going to do a whole other lesson on it, but I just wanted this to be kind of the prelude to planning out how we're going to make your goal happen and breaking down that activity, and some business tools today. But before that, I found something, and some of you who are brand new did get this book in your new starter kit, and for you of those who didn't get it and you got the consultant guide, you can order this magazine, Start Something Beautiful. You can add it onto your next order for $5, and I really recommend that you spend the extra $5 and get this because there's some valuable information, and they break down everything so easily in it for you. And I think that sometimes success comes down to back to the basics of just doing what you did when you first started, or just doing it now to begin with. So on page 11 here, if you do have it, it has a page on the customers are all around you. And so it says for your first contacts, and maybe some of you haven't done this or even thought about it, or maybe put it out of your head because maybe they kind of intimidated you, or you just prejudged them that, oh, well, they're not going to want anything from me, or oh, they're my family. But I just really encourage you to not prejudge anyone and to just try. I mean, if they don't want it, they don't want it. But the first contacts are basically your friends and your close family members. So it says mother, mother-in-law, sisters, aunts, cousins, father, brothers, uncles, close personal friends. I am sure that could create a huge list for you just there. I mean, how many extended cousins, aunts, and uncles, even if they're not around here, could you contact about maybe hosting a party or getting some product from you or sending them some samples or just getting their opinion of the product and seeing what that leads to. So after that, it goes into other people to try, different groups of people, co-workers, online friends, college friends, sorority sisters, former, current, and new neighbors. So maybe you've moved around a couple of times and you know, it's okay to dig into that cell phone and find people you maybe haven't talked to in a couple of months, maybe a year, and just say that you would really value their opinion. That's another thing too of in your consultant packet from me, and if you lost it, I can resend it to you on all the different scripts to talk to people if you're not really sure of where to find the right words to start this conversation up. Place of worship contact, so maybe from where you go to church, local business owners, doctors, dentists, and staff. I mean, are you taking your kids to the dentist anytime soon, to a doctor's appointment? Are there nurses there? Are you coming fully prepared with little samples for them in a catalog and offering to be the consultant for their office? A lawyer, teachers, daycare workers, babysitters, pet groomer, housekeeper, your maid of honor, and everybody who was in your bridal party, a florist, mother of your children's teammates, mother of your children's school friends. Those are just to name a couple. And then it says here to write the list of your customers. So I really encourage you to make a new list for this month of all the people that you haven't contacted and get their name on that list and just start going through it and checking them off as you go, and maybe putting a little mark next to it if you made an appointment with them, or maybe if you need to contact them the next month, a little note of that. So try this, see how that goes, because no goals are happening if you don't talk to anybody, right? So I really do encourage you to get this book. There's awesome things in here about our product, our best sellers, inventory, being a star consultant, great tips for running a party, great tips for customer service, and I'm going to go through some of those in this next month, but it would be great for you to have your own copy. And then what I really love, because I just like being able to mark the pages I have, it even has this right here where you can pull off the little tab of the sticker and then mark your favorite pages like I did right here. And of course, Mary Kay is so cute, and so they say things like dream big or explore this, ask about, great deal, read again, love it. So I really love that. In your new consultant kit, you also got, mine's really old, not really old, but it's only a year old, used to look like this, our last year's agenda. Most of you have the awesome new 50th anniversary, really beautiful colored calendar agenda, but some of you might have noticed up right here, it talks about 6 most important things. And have you ever really done the 6 most important things list? I think that this is vital to making things happen in your business. Sometimes I think in Mary Kay, our brains are thinking so much about doing this business. Oh, I should call this person, and I should do this with my office, and I should clean my mirrors, and I should go talk to that person, and I need business cards, right? All this is going on in your head, and you think you've done so much, but at the end of the day, you've actually never really talked to anybody or sold any product or any income-producing activities. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I've done this myself. So how do we fix that? Well, I'm going to read you this little thing that I found on a director's website, and it's talking about the importance of the 6 most important things list. Mary Kay taught us this concept. She had learned how valuable it was to make a list every night before leaving your office of the 6 most important things you must do the next day. When you get to work the next day, you have focus and a goal and can get right to work. You start with the first one, the most important one, and complete it. Then you start on the next one. Even if you don't get them all finished, you know that at least you got the most important ones finished. The reason that we do a 6 most important list, 1, the list is made the day before, so it enables us to plan our work day. 2, we get up for our Mary Kay day with a focus for accomplishment. 3, the satisfaction of getting the list completed. 4, discipline daily. Success is one day at a time. 5, setting work standards for ourselves to follow. When working at a job, we know exactly what needs to be done that day. For example, a person working must accomplish their duties in the time allotted. A doctor must book his operating time. He knows when he's going to arrive, who his patient will be. The patient is prepped and waiting. They have booked the necessary staff, and he knows roughly how long the operation will take. There's very little left up to chance. If you start the day without a plan, most of your day is wasted. Choose the most important thing and put it in front of you. Clear all other things so you can focus on that one important thing. All things you are doing must be to get that one thing done. So it then here gives an example of what a 6 important things list will look like. I think it's important to realize how to also make it. It doesn't mean to have a list that says 1, call Mary, 2, call Stephanie, 3, call so-and-so, right? It's more so blocks of things that you want to get done. So I will read you the examples on here, and then I'll show you my own personal one. It says here, 1, book 3 classes. 2, follow up on the guest from the Monday meeting. 3, call so-and-so for an interview. 4, call 5 customer service calls. 5, prepare hostess packets for classes booked. 6, set goals for this quarter. Star Consultant, gold medal, keeping on track for CAR. Another one can look like, it has all the same things as the first one, but hand out 5 business cards and receive their names and numbers. Call a women's group, arrange them to do a class for them. So maybe when it says call 5 customers, then below that is a little dash and it says those 5 customers, but that's just one of your most important things list to do that day. Mine specifically, I do it like this. The reason for doing it at nighttime is because I think sometimes we go to bed so scatterbrained and we're kind of stressed, and then the next day we wake up and then the day's already going and the list isn't made. So making this list at nighttime clears our head, helps us to sleep good, and then we wake up and we can just start on it right away. So mine is to contact all of my LinkedIn and Facebook people that I've made connections with. So there's multiple ones in that one. 2 is to find a guest for my Wednesday night meeting. 3 is to follow up with the customers who ordered from me this week. 4 is my director's duties. So for me today, that includes flyers, making this video for you, finishing my vision board. 5, get 2 new bookings on my books. And 6, finish my STAR. So I'm super close to finishing being a STAR consultant, so I'm going to contact some customers who need to make some reorders. So there's a lot of things in that list for me to do, and then I'm going to go through and cross them off. And you know that great feeling when you get to cross something off and you accomplished it and then you're super happy. My iPad is starting to die, so I'm going to pause it, plug it in, and then finish the rest that I had to share with you for today.